Americans are getting bigger, and they're doing so at an alarming rate. Obesity rates are rising, and it's currently at an epidemic level. There are countless news stories about it. You see them on TV, you see them in the paper, and you see them online. There are even TV series about it. Take My 600-Pound Life, which airs on TLC. This show follows a different 600-pound person over the course of a year to see what issues they face on a daily basis, including their weight loss challenges. The show has been going strong since 2012. There are also TV shows like The Biggest Loser, where people compete to lose the most weight during the season. At the end of the season, one winner walks away with a new body and a whole lot of money. A quick search on the web gave me 10 different current shows about obesity and weight loss. Here's a question for you, though. What exactly is obesity? How is it defined, and how is it determined? A few more questions you might have on the topic. How has the obesity rate changed over the past 10 years? How about over the past 20 years? Also, are there differences in percentages of rates of obesity among different races, different economic classes, different education levels, and in different states? I plan to answer these questions so you can have a better understanding of this crisis that all too many Americans are facing. According to 10 Facts on Obesity by the World Health Organization, or WHO, being overweight or obese is defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that presents a risk to health. In order to determine obesity, the WHO uses BMI or body mass index. One's BMI is found by dividing your weight in kilograms by the square of your height in meters. The WHO defines a BMI of 30 or more as being considered obese, and a BMI of 25 or more is considered overweight. Using the BMI is not a perfect measurement, and it has its flaws. It can be affected by several factors, including muscle mass, and does not calculate the distribution of body fat. The number of people considered obese has been rising steadily, and as of 2016, the statistics are staggering. In the United States, the rate of adult obesity was 39.8%, equivalent to over 93 million adult Americans categorized as obese. These figures come from an article by Craig Hales called Prevalence of Obesity Among Young Adults and Youth, United States, published in 2017. Hales finds that the obesity rates have been increasing with age. His research shows middle-aged adults, those ages 40 to 59, were at a 42.8% obesity rate, and younger adults, ages 20 to 39, the rate was 35.7%. These numbers show that as adults are aging, they are becoming heavier. There wasn't much difference between men and women, according to Hale's results. When looking at childhood obesity, there's an increase there as well. According to the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, childhood obesity has risen to 18.5% for children 2 to 19 years of age, which is about 13.7 million kids that are obese. These rates show an increase from the 12% overall U.S. obesity rate in 1990, and in 2005, this rate had almost doubled to 23% U.S. obesity rate. Further still, the rate increased to 35.7% by 2010, and expert Sarah Gates of the Huffington Post predicts the rate to climb to 44% by the year 2030. A question presented in my introduction was about the correlation between race and obesity. According to the CDC, there is in fact a relationship. The rate of obesity among non-Hispanic blacks is the highest of all races, with a rate of 38.4%, followed by Hispanics with a rate of 32.6%, and non-Hispanic whites at a rate of 28.6%. There is also a correlation of rate of obesity and socioeconomic status. It is interesting to note that among men, there is not much of a difference in socioeconomic status and obesity rates. It does tend to be slightly higher among higher income levels. Let's take a look at women. According to Cynthia Ogden of the CDC, obesity prevalence increases as income decreases. There are also variances of obesity rates among the different states in the U.S. Looking at this map, you can see how the prevalence varies across the United States. You can see higher rates of obesity are in the Deep South and the middle of the country. Colorado, D.C., and Hawaii Hawaii, all in green, have the lowest rates, with 20 to 25% of the state being obese, while 7 states in deep red report obesity rates over 35%. You can also see how many states are in yellow, 25 to 30% obesity rate. According to this map, the bulk of the U.S. has rates of obesity over 25%. These numbers are quite staggering. What do all of these facts mean? Why is the rate of obesity increasing so rapidly? There's not one easy answer for this, and it's actually a combination of several factors. The first factor being that Americans live a more sedentary lifestyle than in the past, and most are not finding the time to get regular daily exercise. There's also a much higher rate of eating out or bringing in food instead of home cooking meals. Along with these restaurant and prepared foods comes an increase in hidden fats, salts, and sugars. A huge offender in the obesity war is sugary drinks. Whether it's sodas, sweetened teas, sports drinks, or alcoholic drinks, all are contributing to the weight gain this country is experiencing. Here's the final question I'll ask you. What can be done to slow down the increasing obesity rates? Well, there are already several steps being taken. Whether or not they are working still remains to be seen. Chain restaurants are required to put calorie content for all items clearly listed on the menu. Free soda refills are being banned at certain restaurants, and there are new regulations for school lunches, including banning soda in school, requiring fruits and vegetables to be included on the menu, and also requiring whole grains instead of white flour in pizzas. There is no guarantee that these steps will work, but they seem to be at least a step in the right direction. Thank you.